welcome to the second of our two Wednesday games here at GIO Stadium down in the nation's capital. Tonight, we've got the Canberra Raiders playing host to Sonny Tyre and his Cronulla Sharks. I'm Anthony McDonald, and in the box with me tonight, we have Eddie Oliver. Good night, Eddie.
G'day, AMAC. I'm not going to bed just yet, but it's the Sharks up against the Raiders, and as you saw there on the screen previously, Sonny Tyre, he's gotten too old for the half, so he's been moved into that 13 spot, as we've seen with Will Kane, the Damien Moana, and sometimes Sione Mataus here in the SRL. A few changes, as I already said previously. Tyre into 13, Malchus to 11, and Kausakau gets moved into the props for the Raiders. Wally Allen, Rahul Kaval moves into second row. Preston Beats takes up the spot at prop. Richards goes to the bench. An amazing contest here. The crowd has definitely shown up down here in Canberra, AMAC. We're set for a brilliant contest.
Oh, I'm very excited about Preston Beach having a starting prop role. He has been absolutely electrifying off the bench for the Raiders all season, and I'm excited for the young chap to get his first spot as a starter. As we have the Raiders starting off with their kick, and a loopy pass out to Kausakau. The Sharks are here to play. Now, both these teams, they started the round both in the top 8, having clawed their way back in after last round, and they've been kind of yo-yoing in and out of the top 8 all season. Eddie, what do you think these two teams need to do to really cement their place in the top 8 this round?
You got to pick and stick. There's no more guessing or trying to find something to work. At this point in the season, you want to have cemented a top 13 lineup where you know your team's going to perform. You know the team list that you put in on the Thursday when it comes out and gets released. You know that team's going to perform for you. You know it's going to provide the results that you need to win a football game. So that's what you got to do. You got to back your guns. You got to trust your instinct, and you got to pick and stick. Because if you keep changing, nothing's going to work, and you're not going to win football games.
And a lovely return there from Flynn. He is gone. 2 minutes in, first touch of the ball. The Raiders have scored in the nation's capital, and of course, it's Flying Flynn. Well done, young son, and one down. God knows how many more to go.
Well, you got to be honest. Riley Flynn just smoothly come into this Raiders fullback position after the departure of Eli Barnes to the Tigers this season, and you can't split them. They've honestly been so similar in their respective position for their individual club, but Riley Flynn's just performed at the level that Eli Barnes did for the Raiders for many of seasons as he did. He's just come right in and he's performed every single game. Sure, he's been rusty around a few edges, but he's definitely performed to the expectation that he's needed to be a week in, week out fullback in this competition.
Yeah, I've lost count of the amount of Raiders games I've been able to commentate this season, and I swear every time I commentate one, Riley Flynn is scoring one, if not two, and I think once or twice he's even scored a treble. So if this is what Riley Flynn is like tonight, Sonny Tyre needs to toughen up that defence with his Sharks, or it's going to be a little bit of a blowout here, Eddie.
Yeah, no, it definitely will be. That middle defence of the Sharks is also brand new as well. Sonny Tyre going into lock. You've got Jamal Kausakau, who's usually playing out on the edge, having to combine with your halves partner just to try and lock down those big second rows. But he's in the middle this time, and he's going to have the likes of Lennox Prakash and Preston Beats and Jordan Lewis. You know, two of those players you just mentioned are some of the legends of the league. They're top of their own class respectively, so they've got a big job ahead of them here tonight, these Sharks forwards.
As the Raiders are working their way up over the 40, getting just shy of the 50 there, Demando, fourth tackle. 4 minutes in. Long ball out, and Wally Allen, lovely offload there to Evans, but he's pushed back, and the Raiders, a solid return after points. And again, as long as I haven't jinxed us, and we've got a good kick here from Berkeley.
Watch out.
A serviceable kick. Usher is stopped from some really good defence, and the Sharks have touched the ball once more.
Yeah, a very interesting move here from Captain Sonny Tyre, moving himself to lock. As I do go look on the sheet, updated only a day or two ago, he's only got 40 fend. So a very interesting call there from the captain. I'm not going to be expecting him much to do offensively. He might hold himself when it comes to defense, but 40 fend playing at lock, it's a huge risk and a huge call. He's definitely trying to find a result somewhere in that decision.
And it's going to be interesting to see what the new captain of Australia there chooses to do with himself when it comes time. But that's in the future. As the Sharks boot it down to Demando, and Demando is through the line and through the line, almost all the way through. He gets to the 40, and that is danger signs once more there for the Sharks. Oh, lovely ball there to Flynn. Back on the inside. Oh, Lewis. The Raiders, I thought the Sharks were throwing it around. The Raiders, they are playing park footy, and they're already over the 40 for their second as Caval works his way over his 30. Third tackle, 7 minutes in. Coming wide, Herban, long ball to Lewis. Lewis pushing up, taking a settler, 20 metres out, fourth tackle. The Raiders on the attack, back to Beats. Beats flat-footed, he's pushed back. They lose a little bit of ground, but they should still be in place here for a decent attacking kick. Herban.
Oh, shocker.
Ooh, does not do the kick. That is not the fifth tackle option the Raiders really needed there, is it, Eddie?
No, it's not. It's only early in the game, but that is definitely not the way that you want to go. And I might as well just stop talking because Sunny Tide just fended a player. Raiders, you do want to get those ones right, especially this early. You want to get into a groove of things. The longer that it takes to get those fifth tackle combinations right, it might be too late.
And as we know from the Sharks, they can start a game slow here or there, but once they get the roll on, they are dangerous as they're just shy of the 40. Third tackle going wide. Delaney, long ball out to NBT. NBT can't get past, push back for the 40. Prime time here for a 40-20. Down the blind, Batchagalupi boots it down. Doesn't have the angle, but it does have the distance. And Riley Flynn, danger man, is stopped on the 20. Good defense there from the Sharks.
Christian Bocciagalipi, the USA international, a beautiful strike off the boot, showing us Aussies how it's done, because there are some players in this league who absolutely deliver some shockers week in, week out. And that's a beautiful kick to start off his career in the 7 jersey here for the Sharks. We don't know if it'll be constantly cemented, but it was a beautiful start from him.
And news just during the week that the cap for next season is about to be finalised, and a lot of players and a lot of leadership teams are in the moment very much. Oh, Beats, lovely ball, earning that prop start. That is excellent playing there for Beats, getting the Raiders up over the 20, cutting me off and starting me talking about some interesting stuff happening around the league. Prakash, high in the air. The chasers aren't there, but they at least get there and almost drive Usher back into the goal line, and the Sharks deep in their half trying to fight their way out.
Yeah, that's what they need. Nine and Broad and Thompson off for a run now. Here they are neck and neck, the fullbacks.
Over the 30, over the oh, look at that. That was a lovely pass. Werman makes it to his 10. That is one of the things that you love to see when one of the fullbacks with those breaks decides to pass it. Gets an extra 10 metres there. Kasakau. Push back for the 10, third tackle. Where do they go? They go wide. Delaney, lovely ball out to no one. Caval scoops it up, and the Raiders are let off the hook once more.
Some excellent defensive from the Raiders. A questionable shot there, though, on one of the Sharks' attackers. Was he hit off the ball? You never know, because the referees love holding the whistle in their pocket for those decisions. They don't want to risk themselves of making the wrong call, so they just let play flow on. And Rahul now, Raiders working their way out of their own end, 5 metres short of the halfway. They're going to spread it here.
Cash dodging up the sideline like a winger. Bolt.
Since when a lock forward goes down the sideline, Anthony?
I think Luke Shaw did it very first at the beginning of the season. Oh, that was a line ball. That was lucky. Rahul picks it up on the 30. Plays the ball. Probably not going to kick attacking it, but a good punt should see some more defensive pressure here on the Sharks. As Crimpy, he can't get around, and the Raiders, 14 minutes in, still 6-0, anyone's game.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Sunny Tai to get absolutely clobbered off the ball here playing at lock. And also to be, honestly, to be trampled over in defense as well, because he's got 43 tackle. I'm not trying to, have a yarn here at Sunny Tai, but I'm just, I'm going to be very curious to see how he conducts himself on the field for the rest of this game.
Well, he's going to put on a shot soon, because the last time he talked about his stats, he put a fend on you. So,
we'll
fend on the Raiders at least. So they've got themselves into a kicking position. Kasakau playing the ball there. It goes across to Delaney, and Delaney puts the boot to ball, and Lewis just picks it up out of the air, gets buried there on the 15, and the Sharks have, no. No, that's a coach killer right there, Eddie.
Yeah, Sonny Tyre there running as quick as his legs could take him over there to, I believe, Drew Matthews, who did give away that held and tackle penalty. Not needed. You're within the red zone of your opposition half. They're driving out their own end. You have an opportunity to put on pressure defensively, and you've just absolutely let them off the hook.
And Prakash forcing his way up to the 40. Prakash, first time he's been full-time lock this year when he's moved to the Raiders, and he has done an admirable job, starting mostly as prop, I think, over at the Panthers last season, I should say. It's Flynn back on the inside to Delaney. Delaney pushes up to the 40. Third tackle, going wide. Prakash again, lovely ball to Wally Allen, but Wally Allen is met with a wall of blue jerseys, and he's pushed back. Fourth tackle, not going anywhere quickly, the Raiders. Lewis pushing up the middle, breaks the tackle, gets to MBT, over the 20. Again, out of nothing, just with the strength of the leg.
Here. Watch out for the grubber.
Oh, he just drops it, but Ta'ua picks it up. And again, fifth tackle options are not the strength of the Raiders tonight. They need to do something about that soon, or the Sharks, they're going to be let back into this game.
Yeah, definitely not the right idea. Well, it was the right idea, but it wasn't executed as thoroughly as it should have. He just knocked it on straight into the Sharks defender. Samuel Herban really should be thinking over these fifth tackle options, because that's not the first time this evening he's come up with one of those kerfuffles.
Somehow, though, the Raiders, their defense, they're holding out. So fourth tackle, the Sharks are only now in the Raiders' half. About to be 20 minutes. We're about to have our first rotations off the bench, Eddie. Who do you think's got the stronger bench tonight?
Look, honestly, Chris Wakabayashi and Nathan Walsh there for the Sharks, but then you've got Dustin Richards and Liam Schrodinger. So, with Richards on the bench here for the Raiders, I do see what they're trying to do. As that kick there, just absolutely way too deep there from the halves there of the Sharks. I'm going to have to go with the Raiders here in the forwards, the middle rotation. Richards outclasses both of those two players combined. So if they can get him some good ball, and also early ball too, the earlier you can get him involved, the quicker he can get those motors warmed up. He'll work well for them.
Oh, and unfortunately, the first touch of the ball, and he drops it. So these players, every time we say something, they're determined to make us eat crow tonight, Eddie. So let's see what the Sharks can do with some of this field position they've just received.
Yeah, I'm wanting to see Sonny Tyre here take the ball up in the middle of the field and do a run right at these forwards.
Here we go. There's Walsh back on the inside to Matthews. Oh, almost gets through. 5 meters out. Third tackle. Where's Sonny? Back over. Tyre. Oh. Lovely ball to Malchus. And there he is. Sonny Tyre, the mastermind, grabs the ball, passes it to Malchus, gives it to his big man, and he is over. And it's about to be
the ref called no try. We need a better angle. There it is. You can see the ball getting on the ground. Beautiful pass there from Sonny Tyre. He's clearly using the experiences in the halves there, and he's apparently a threat out there at lock. You've got the Raiders just combining on him, leaving space outside for Luke Malchus, who just drove over. So credit to him. Beautiful try there, and well orchestrated there from the Sharks middles.
And this becomes the danger point of the game for the Raiders, because once the Sharks taste blood, the roll-on usually follows. So, there we go. 6-all. 21 minutes in, almost 22 minutes, 6-all. We have a game on our hands.
We definitely do, and it all came off of the error there of Dustin Richards, who you can't really blame them. The ball out of dummy half there from Liam Evans, who played a bit of number 9 at the Broncos filling in, but he's found a home and he's found a week in, week out spot there at the Raiders. Not one of the best passes from him, so I'm sure he'll be looking to make up for that.
As MBT passes off to Walsh, and Walsh, the benchy, comes up, gets to the 20. First tackle. The Sharks, they're going to be wanting a good return set after points here. Tyre again links up with his lock. And Malchus. Everyone who thought he was a lock is now deciding that he is wonderful here as a number 11. Bachagalupi out to MBT, breaks through the line, gets around Flynn, and as easy as you like it. Second tackle, and they are over, and the feeding frenzy has just begun, it looks like, Eddie.
I think this is something that the Sharks must practice at training, the in and away. Malchus did it earlier, and Flynn, he went diving at thin air like a gazelle. And then this time it's Nina Braun Thompson against his opposition fullback. He just goes to the right and then cuts back off the right foot to the left-hand side. And it got the fullback every single time. So whoever's coaching them that's a genius move, because you've just seen two players on two consecutive plays pull off the exact same piece of footwork.
And I'm going to be honest, when I saw Luke Malkus move to second row, I didn't know if that was going to be a good move. And, well, I've been proven wrong, and that's why Sonny Tai has got the captainship for Australia. So, 23 and a half minutes. We're about to start again.
He's always been good at second row. I do remember back to a State of Origin try where he ran about 80 metres, offloaded it, and then the Queensland side scored. So he's always been good at 11. Just in recent times, the Sharks have required him to be a lock. And now that, you know, over a few periods of season since the Sharks been brought into the comp, players have been, you know, evolving, growing, and developing into something different. And now this gives him the opportunity to be playing at 11. He can play anywhere in the forward pack. You know, Malkus, you know, only Lock's just one of his many talents.
And it's also going to be scary because that's an 80-minute Malkus out there if he stays at 11. So MBT working his way over the 50, fourth tackle. Sharks, not as good of return set as they had last one, but, you know, you can't score every set. Thankfully, the Raiders are thinking at least. They get to the 50. The Sharks, they're going to boot it down, and the Raiders are going to be relying upon Flynn again and seeing if he can penetrate that line. He almost does. Flynn plays it there, just over the 30.
And a beautiful tackle there from captain Sonny Tai, right up in the middle, holding his own. The Raiders, they're going to be working it now and trying to just get it out of their own end, which they are deep inside of opposition half. They could be up for a chance here to find some points.
Flynn steps around 2, can't get around the 3rd, but he wins the contact and he gets over the 40, fourth tackle. Going down the blind side. Ooh, a bit of a bobble, but Rahul picked it up. Yep. Bloody Caval boys always get those two mixed up. Herben. Oh, he digs too deep into the line again. He's too quick. He wants to get into the line and sneak a little grubber in behind the defence, and it's just not working, unfortunately. And the Sharks, they've got some good field position off it.
Yeah, he's just a bit too eager. He's trying to come up with the all-or-nothing play every single time that he touches the ball. Yes, I get that it's fifth tackle, but the sort of ways that he's going about conducting himself, he's trying to score off of every opportunity he gets and every touch he gets with the ball. You want to be playing for the long game, playing for territory, but also trying to put on pressure to your opposition. Kicking for the corners, backing your kick chase, getting down there, making your tackles, holding the opposition deep inside their own half so you can just start wearing them down.
And, you know, regardless, the Raiders, a really good defensive set there, only letting the Sharks make about 28 odd meters. So if they can keep that defense up, that will go a long way to clawing themselves back into this game, as Prakash back inside to his captain, Wally Allen, breaks up over the 40, second tackle, 29 minutes into the game. Coming back down the blind side, Berkeley just takes a settler, pushed back, running it himself, third tackle, just shy of the 50. Back wide, good ball to Prakash, long ball out to Herben. Herben takes the settler up to the 45, 55 metres. Back down the blind side. Again, another settler. A good return set here from the Raiders, and they need to put some good defence on here. They need to get back some of that field possession.
Yeah, they're going to want a good kick chase here, and Thomas Usher might be gone.
Oh, the Raiders, they've almost got him. Oh, look at that defense. That was inspired. Thomas Usher, he was gone for all money. And if it wasn't for that lovely, lovely cover defense. Oh. Almost cursed it there. Delaney, 3 meters out, second tackle, back across. Werman, monstered back. 8 meters out, he is not going anywhere. Third tackle, going across. Wakabayashi, hitting it up straight on his back. Literally a centimetre off the line. Fourth tackle. Matthews. Oh, Tyre almost gets there. Pushed back 3 meters out. Where do they go? Lovely ball. He boots it. No, that's he was over the line and he decided to put boot to ball. A bit of a brain fart, I would say there, Eddie.
That's some excellent defence there from the Raiders. It was originally Jacob Morrison who got back and got on his horses to catch Thomas Usher there, who was roaring downfield away from home here at GIO Stadium. And he caught the Sharks winger. And then after that, was just some brilliant defensive resilience on their own line, holding out the Sharks, who really didn't throw much at them in the tackles, all the just 1 or 2 passes out of the ruck. So something that they might want to review as Liam Evans, forward pass.
And that's unfortunate. And that, I mean, now that there haven't really been that many stoppages, that fitness is starting to come into it. And unfortunately, another error within their half has invited the Sharks into another attacking set. So 10 metres out, second tackle, they're going to have to rely on some more of that defence you were talking about there, Eddie.
Yeah, it's usually only good for one set. Never really back-to-back sets. It's not very good. Only the good teams can do it. Not saying that they're not a good team.
Wakabayashi almost over. He just had to dive, and that would have been that fourth tackle. Coming the same way. Malchus, there he goes. He's in for a double. Well, actually, no. He's almost in for a double. Let's make the call. I think that's pretty set, though.
Well, he's gotten to the ground. We just need to make sure that the ball has gone down as well, as we get another angle here from the SRL bunker. Just at the end of the clip there, you do see the ball touching grass. So will be green lights here, and the Sharks once again have scored another try, looking to try and extend their already lead. Christian Bocciaglipi here, a pretty crucial kick area, Mac. I'd love to go up by 12 points.
Yeah, and with 6 minutes left in the half, barring any more heroics, that will probably be the 12-point deficit, which is going to be something that the Raiders will definitely have to wrestle with early in the second half, or the game might slip further away from them.
And Christian Bocciaglipi, successful conversion. The Sharks, they're putting together a brilliant game, and they're using their guns. Luke Malchus over for 2 tries already so far in this first half. They definitely have a target out there. They're targeting Wally Allen, also Alan Berkeley, who are those 2 players that are defending and who should be trying to combine with one another to try and bring down Luke Malchus. He's so dangerous out on an edge. You just put him one-on-one with a half or a little body or a 99 speed second rower. He's always going to have the edge on them.
As Bocciaglipi, again, another risky ball long out. Wakabayashi coming up to the 20, first tackle. 5 minutes left to go until the bell. Delaney, good ball to the MBT, but MBT is met and forced down 25 metres. Second tackle, down the blind side. Back on the inside to Tyre. Sonny Tyre doing the man's work, getting up over the 30.
Doing God's work.
Oh, that was really close. The Raiders, they just need to reach out and they would have had that ball, but Usher gets to the 50, fifth tackle. Good defense there from the Raiders and solid attacking there from the Sharks. They'll probably only have one more chance, and the Raiders, they definitely want to get over and score before the half ends here, Eddie.
Yeah, they definitely will. They would want to go back into the sheds with just 6 points down. It would go a long way to try and clawing this this game back and trying to find victory towards the end of the second half. But Lennox Prakash, starting forwards, coming back onto the field in just about 1 minute's time to finish off the half. They wouldn't want to do anything risky here to try and concede another point here, the Raiders. So play conservative. If you get an opportunity, try and take it.
Evans, Wally Allen just takes it up, gets to the 35, 35 I should say. Where to the kick? Don't give it to Herban. They give it to Berkeley. Good little punt, and now they've got to try to keep Crimp out. And they do that handily. Crimp is a weapon, and they have had him smothered every chance he's got the ball tonight.
Now, Drew Matthews there, big run up field. Usually you'd like your hookers defended in some of those situations, but unfortunately they're not that sort of scenario there for him. Minute and a half to go. Sharks just hold on to the ball, wind down the clock and get into the sheds.
MBT gets around one. Ooh, lovely ball out, and Delaney's off down the field.
He's
goosied. Oh, that was so close, and that was so dangerous, and we've got 1 minute left to go. 20 metres out, fourth tackle, going wide. Tyre, long ball out to Ta'ua, gets to the 15-metre mark, and the Sharks, they ain't finished yet. A good kick here could see them go in, 3 tries up.
Delaney, he puts up a good one.
Oh, And he just stands and watches, and they push him the wrong way, and the Raiders survive, and they will go into this. We'll see after the break.
Hello, NRL Hotel. How can I help?
Yeah, g'day. I'd like to organise an early checkout, please.
How does the 60-minute mark of the grand final sound?
Perfect.
But I booked a final spot in round 10.
So it looks like that was cancelled in round 13. So if you could just move aside, though, we've got some genuine top 8 teams about to check in. There you go.
What?
All the best.
Really?
Penthouse.
Oh, you have got to be joking. Going up the was?
Nah, down.
Yo!
So we've had some complaints. Is there any chance you can wrap this party up soon?
Yeah, sure. Just give us another couple of seasons, all right?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Is that all you're going to do to stop them?
Better than you managed.
Yes, rooms. Yeah, send up another 5 utility players, please.
Right away, sir. And shall I send up some more Panthers?
Ooh, sounds delish.
Any baggage, sir?
Yeah, heaps. Try 38 years worth.
Jeez Louise.
Can I help you?
Yeah, actually, got any wins against top 8 teams in here somewhere?
No, just have towels.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high-quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
And welcome back to the second half here down in the nation's capital. Cronulla Sharks currently leading the Canberra Raiders 18-6. First half, a bit of a one-sided affair after that first Riley Flynn try. The Sharks absolutely running away with it. Eddie, what can you tell us about the stats that we just saw?
Yeah, at halftime, both fullbacks putting together a classic and an... Cow's gone!
Oh, okay. No, they slip it on his back. They didn't quite take the thunder away from you there, Eddie. It looks like you can get back to what you're about to tell us.
Yeah, Riley Flynn running 183 metres in that one half, scoring 1 try. But if you think that's high, 9 Broad Thompson, 5 line breaks, 1 try, 213 metres. Look, if mathematics holds it right, if he doubles that, he'll be up over 400. But well, we've still got a whole half of footy to play. It'd be nice to see, though.
As Anderson flops himself down, almost gets to the line. Second tackle. Sharks already dangerous and already on the feed here. Third tackle, 8 metres out. Going wide. Delaney, lovely ball to Malchus. Is he over for a third? No, the Raiders, they get around him and they keep him out this time. Just short of the line. Matthews to Delaney. Anderson again. Pushing again on his back. That'll bring it back to the 10. And Will Kay rightly says held up. They drag it back to the 10. And the Sharks will be putting up a boot.
Yep, definitely here. 5th tackle kick. Oh, sorry.
No. No. It's one of those nights, Eddie. Anything we say, they're just determined to, do the opposite tonight. So.
Well, you'd think on 5th tackle when you're inside your opposition 20, you put up a grubber or a kick. But no, they've got other ideas here. The players on the field, they just want to run it straight up and try and crash dive over.
There we go. Preston Beats playing it there for his 30. Had a decent hit out as a starting prop.
Oh, Richard.
Oh, lovely ball there back to Beats. Lovely ball to the wrong team, unfortunately. So the forwards tried to link up. Someone needs to tell the Raiders they need to slow it down a bit there. They might be behind on the points, but they need to hold the ball and score. They can't just throw it away like that.
Yeah, I think you just need to talk to your props, because they think that their halves out there with the way that they're throwing around. Richard, yeah, you know, he's got a bit of experience up his sleeve. But Preston Beats, he's just throwing it like he's been there for, like he's a seasoned veteran. So very interesting play there from the Sharks forwards. Maybe they're just too busy dreaming.
As Tyre pushes his way up, he's still out there as a lock. He's got another 15 or so minutes, 25 minutes or so. Delaney, there we go. That's the 5th tackle option. But Morrison, he takes it handily, and he is now going to start the Raiders set 5 meters out from his line. And the Sharks, well, they don't want them to leave already. Second tackle. It's going to be very hard here for the Raiders, Eddie.
Yeah, it definitely will be. They're doing a lot of hard work to get out of their own end here. The Raiders, Jason Lomu coming into play in that second row position as he did for Queensland. And Herbin gets absolutely leveled there by a Sharks defender. So this is going to be a good second half. Both teams making interchanges at halftime. We'll see which one benefits who more.
And 5th tackle option here, Berkeley. Lovely kick. Lovely kick down to the wing of Crimp, and Crimp is coming back, and he just can't get around that defending opposite. I think that's Blaine over there, and Blaine, he is a renowned defending centre there, so an excellent matchup there as Kausakau. Lovely ball. Tyre works up, get about 5 meters off of that. Second tackle, they're already in the Raiders half, and they are coming quick. Anderson pushing up, gets to the 40. Third tackle. Do they go left? Do they go right? They come across left. Kausakau bumps off one, and he is through and over. And, oh, lovely ball back on inside. Drew Matthews was, for some reason, looking down at his goalposts. Buried there on the 10th. 4th tackle. Blindside play. Delaney, Malchus pushing. Get some good contact meters there. 5th tackle. Where do they go? They come back across. Delaney boots it.
Oh, yeah. He missed it. Play on.
Play on. That was a mistake. That was almost certain there. But the Raiders, they're not out of hot water yet. They're going to have to rely on some more defense here.
Yeah, MBT looking like that he's doing like some sort of a swan dive, or I don't know, what's the word for it? A bit of an acrobatic move there, trying to get the ball down. But unfortunately, he overcompensated, and you know, his aerodynamics went up to the standard that was required for that sort of move.
And Cowan, bench centre, makes it a good line break there up to the 25 metres. Second tackle coming back across. Delaney, long ball out to Kausakau, who has...
Oh, he's so good.
Oh, he could have scored himself, but he gives it off to Tuua, and oh, he's put on his back. Kausakau has just had one hell of an impact so far. He's grabbed himself that early intercept. He's made 3 or 4 line breaks. He is looking dangerous there as prop.
Oh, he deserves a try. Give it to him, ref. Not that it's rigged, but, you know, I'm just asking, give it to him. He deserves a try. He's playing out of his skin so far in this half.
As Tyre plays the ball, 5th tackle, 50 minutes in. They come across back to Delaney. Delaney puts it high in the air. It's a good kick. Hit back there for MBT. MBT is met by some defenders, and it's at least enough to put him onto his back. So the Raiders, that's about the 3rd set on their line. They've been able to keep the Sharks out. Ooh,
you know, definitely.
Dusty, 25 metres out, first tackle. 10 minutes until we have some prop interchanges. Lomu back down the blind side to Morrison. Morrison doesn't get too much further. Second tackle, 30 metres out. Bolt off to Lomu. Lomu tries to get through the line. Gets about 5 metres. Third tackle, 35 metres out. Richards.
Oh,
not played at for Cash. He grabs it and he gets almost to the 40. A bit of a lucky call there for the Raiders. 4th tackle. Beats. Does what he can. Gets up to the 30. So considering where the Raiders were, that wasn't a horrible set, and it could have been quite worse there, Eddie.
It could have been Alan Berkeley putting in a kick now. And now, sorry, my apologies. It's the Sharks' turn now, coming out of their own end. Let's see how this Raiders defense holds up. It's been about 11 minutes into the game so far, so they should be warmed back up to the contest. Defense here is going to win you the game, Raiders. It's going to help you get those opportunities to score some points, but they can't give away any more points in the second half.
Despite all the attacking footy we've seen so far in the second half, the score is still 18-6. Somehow, I'm as surprised as probably the Sharks are about that. But Delaney,
early kick.
A deep early kick. Oh, that is beautiful from Delaney. 40-20. The Sharks Again, I said something and the Sharks had to hit back and make sure that I ate crow.
What about that bounce from heaven? Absolutely just bounced inside of that 20 corner, straight over the sideline. That was the rugby league gods there willing it over. And here they go. They're getting expansive. Botchagalipi. Sharks now on the charge.
Second tackle just shy of the line. Good ball to Tu'ua, and he pushes forward. Do they get around his legs? They do not. And the Sharks, pending a bunker review, may have gone over for just another one and made their lead a lot bigger.
Yeah, that is Sabbath Tour. They're charging over. And these Raiders middles not combining, trying to make the tackle. They're leaving. Oh, who is that? I believe that's Lomu. But they're leaving one of their defenders one-on-one with a huge forward like that. That's not what you want to do. They give away another try. This game's slowly running away from them.
And for those of you who are Muzz betting, you're definitely barracking for the Sharks to pour a little bit more pain here on the Raiders. The Raiders, their top 8 dreams slowly drifting away. But we still got a long way to go. We've still got, SRL, anything can happen. It is now 24-6. 18 points left in it there.
Yeah, absolutely. 18 points, I believe the difference. So it's definitely a high-scoring affair so far from the Sharks' perspective. Raiders, you are going to want to get some points on the board very shortly.
55 minutes in, the Raiders, some of those tired forwards, they're definitely going to be looking for their bench, and their bench will be on in about 5 minutes as Berkeley boots it on down, and the Sharks will be bringing it up once more. Delaney, good ball back on the inside to Kausakau, and he gets up 25 meters. First tackle. Shaping up to go down the blind side there. Malchus already breaking through the line and up over the 50. He holds onto it this time, doesn't offload it. The Sharks, they look like they're not going to play too much expansive footy. They think they've already got this nailed down as Tyre gets up to the 40. Third tackle. Blindside play. Delaney.
Oh, good ball.
Crimp. Very good ball. Gets around one. Blaine drags him down, however. And God help the Raiders, because here come the Sharks. Fourth tackle. Good ball out to Malchus. Long ball out to Matthews. 5 meters out now. Do they go over again? The Sharks, they are unstoppable. Delaney. Oh, Prakash. That was a godsend, and the Raiders are out of the fire and already up to the 40. First tackle.
Raiders just surviving there by a whisker. Now they're trying to get onto the front foot. Prakash trying to ignite this offense here for the Sharks, for the Raiders, my apologies. Trying to get them going, trying to click them into gear. Here comes Flynn now. They're getting their superstars involved.
Third tackle, 40 meters out. The Raiders, they've got a little bit more life in them here. Prakash, again, the person who started this set, gets to the 30. Fourth tackle. Prakash isn't long on the field. He's got to do a little bit more before he can get off, and their sub-lock comes back on. They can't get to attacking kick position, however. They throw it back to Herbin, and Herbin boots it down, and now it's got to be keeping Usher out. Usher gets around one, but that desperate cover defense is what the Raiders need, and now they're fighting up out of their half. 35 meters out, second tackle there, Eddie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just inside of the 40, Thomas Usher. They're trying to get their backs involved now, the Sharks. They're realizing these middle forwards of the Raiders are getting very tight, so they're going to bring the little men in around the ruck. Kausakau's just got a breath of fresh air. He's still got a lot in the tank. Just, you need to hold on, Raiders, because your middle's falling to bits.
As Tyre does just that, splits up the middle and gets almost to the 20, fifth tackle. He is having a blinder out there tonight, Tyre. Fifth tackle, coming back to Delaney. Boots it high. Interesting ball there. Demando grabs it though, and the Chasers, there was really no pressure there. The Raiders almost... Oh, Flynn is smashed, and the Raiders, as I was about to say, almost gifted some field position. That's unfortunate there from Richards.
Yeah, and coming up to 20 minutes to go, the Sharks, they've got another opportunity to put on some more points. And this is what happens when you're behind by such a score. You start forcing your hand and doing things that you're not accustomed to doing. And that's what happens. You come up with errors, and there you go. There's Kausakau once again. They're getting ahead of themselves, the Sharks.
60 minutes to go. The Raiders, their proper rotation should be coming on any second now. There we see them. They're running on. They need to get behind the ruck, or that could be a bit of an issue. Second tackle, just shy of the 30. Rutherford out to Berkeley. Long, good ball out to Flynn. He can't get around. He's trying to get his way. Third tackle, just shy of the 40. Coming back across. Lewis grabs the ball. He is flat-footed, though. Gets to the 40. Can the Raiders do what Delaney did and get themselves a 40-20?
Oh, they'll need it. And Berkeley's given it a good shot.
Oh,
Just going to pull up short. Oh,
no.
snide up Ron Thompson.
40-20 by default. That'll put them
MBT.
on the 10-meter line. This is your chance, Raiders. What can you do? Low move. Push back. 10 meters out. First tackle. 20 minutes left. 18 points you need to score. Berkeley, he just takes a settler. Just settling the nerves. The Raiders, they can't afford to fumble this one. Give it to Prakash. Prakash is pushing, but he's on his back. And he... Oh, got to check it first, though. I think everyone in the stadium could see he was on his back.
Absolutely.
Third tackle. Coming across. Urban. Again, another settler. Some one-up stuff. Nothing too expansive. Just keep the cool. Prakash. Oh, almost fumbles it, but Lewis grabs it and works his way forward. And the Raiders, they're going to have to now rely on their kickers to try to get across the line.
He might get it in off the pass. Oh!
Oh. Okay, well. For those of you who just missed that, hit off the ball. No one grabs it. Herman picks it up. He's over the line. And somehow the Sharks keep him out. That is finals footy that the Sharks are playing right now, Eddie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's some gritty. That you want to be playing the 80 minutes, and that's the mentality that Sunny Ty's Sharks is showing the competition at the moment. They're going to put on big shots. They're going to absolutely give it to their opposition for the full 80 minutes. They don't care if they're ahead by 18 points. They're wanting to play some very good football coming into finals, and that's the sort of style that you want to be seeing from your playing group.
64 minutes. We're about to see the locks come on and go off.
Watch
Will
out.
that be? Oh, there we go. Prakash picks it up. The Sharks, they got caught up there around the ruck. And unfortunately, things, well, I was about to say things could be going well for the Raiders, but looking at the time, they need to score now or they're going to run out of time to pour the points on here, Eddie.
Oh! They have to score now. This set, I'm calling. If they don't score the set, they don't win the game. Raiders.
Oh, the low move. Hit off the ball and Tyre picked it up.
Go on, old man!
This will be Tyre's last grab of the ball. He gets to the 40 and he can be a happy captain because he has done wonders with his side out there tonight as he runs off the field. Very, very happy with himself. Bachagalupi back on the inside to NBT. Gets over the 40. Third tackle. The Sharks steamrolling up the field. Back down the blind side. Bachagalupi, another inside ball, but Kausakau is met and pushed back. You don't want to do the same move over and over and over again. Fourth tackle. Bachagalupi again. Up over the 30, and the Raiders, they make up for those early line breaks, and you'd like to think now that, you know, the game might be away from them just a little bit. They need to start working on their for and against because that is definitely going to be something that will play a part in who makes the top 8.
Definitely will. Riley Flynn.
Push back to his 40, second tackle. Really strong run there from Flynn, but unfortunately, he's only one player and you need 17 to get across the line. Third tackle. Going down the blind side. Blaine tries to get around one. Shepherded to the side, but he is staying in. Fourth tackle. Long ball out to Rutherford. Long ball out to Lewis, and they get through to the center. 35 meters out. Again, relying on a kick. Not really winning the field position battle here at all.
No, not really, are they? And here comes Michael Crimp for a return. The Raiders, they're running on fumes at the moment. They've had to do so much defensive work on their own line. You're not really going to be expecting much more from them. Here he goes, Drew Matthews now for a good run.
Oh, they dive. He gets to the 40 and he is across. Second tackle. Some really good ball playing here from the Sharks as Kausakau tries to bust up through the middle. Back on his lock. 25 meters. Bachagalupi off to MBT. Off to Usher. Usher gets round one. Flynn stops him, but now we don't have a fullback at home. He is stuck up here at marker. Matthews, Kausakau. Oh, hit off the ball, but Barisic, the defense, they hold, they rally. We're in our final 10 minutes. Where do the Sharks go? They put it back to Delaney, and Delaney puts it high and deep and over to the edge. And Bolt grabs it and gets around one, and he is off up the field and at least gets to the 40. This is a good start to the set for maybe some consolation points here for the Raiders.
Yeah, definitely. Is it just me or is Justin Barisic bigger? Because I've played with him since the Eels and also at the Broncos. He looks a lot bigger, so Sonny Ty, good on you for getting your forwards up to size, because he's absolutely huge now from when I last saw him. Consolation points definitely on the board here, just to try and, oh no.
Oh, I mean, this is the time where you throw it around and try to get some points on, but you do have to kind of be looking where you throw it, unfortunately. And the Sharks, well, MBT, he might be working towards that 400 there, Eddie.
You never know. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets it, but at this rate, anything can happen.
As Matthews, third tackle, 15 metres out. Coming across.
Here we go.
To Ua, back on the inside to MBT.
Easy.
And, oh, that's in. We got to check, make sure he didn't fumble it, but chances are I saw it down, you saw it down, and now we've all seen it down.
Yeah, last death, an attempt at the death there from Preston Beats, trying to just knock MBT down short, but he might not have the aerodynamics in the air, but he's pretty good along the ground, MBT. And he absolutely just flew across the turf there after he got tripped up. So more points here from the Sharks incoming.
And for those of you who have taken a Musbet 3, you will be very happy right now, because that deficit is currently, Musbet 2 I should say, that is now a 24-point deficit, and as long as the Raiders don't score, you have got yourselves some lovely coins there.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm not really one to Musbet because I am broke at this point in time, but congratulations to you all. Raiders, from this point on, you've got about 7 minutes to go. The fans are still in here, so they're wanting to see something. Try and get a try for your side. I'm sure that they'd love it.
Ooh, risky long ball out to Werman. It's worked for them all night though, so no reason to stop it right now, as Delaney passes it off to Malchus, and Malchus is working up 34, 35 metres out. Second tackle. 7 minutes left to go. Delaney, good ball out to Kausakau. He has been a Trojan all night, working his way to the 40. Third tackle. Back over the other side. Werman. Ooh, just with ease breaking through the line there. Fourth tackle. Coming across. Delaney. MBT gets around one.
Oh, is he gone again?
No, the defense, they're able to hold him back, but they are in place for a kick and wanting to put it on.
It's
It
a
goes
good bomb,
up.
but I think it's too deep.
Yeah, Beats grabs it, and
Beats
he's
just
off up the
stepped.
field.
Did he just step? I'm not sure. The big forward.
Oh,
Not too sure. Oh, no, he might be at lock. He could have fended.
That's your second.
75 minutes, less than 5. Second tackle, just off the 30. Rutherford, low move, met handily and pushed back. 30 metres out. This will probably be the second last time the Raiders have it in their hands. Herban, Flynn, can't get around, gets over the 40. Do they put a kick in? I see some people forming up out the back, but they decide to run it instead.
Oh, go on,
and
Herban.
They did well. Herban, he gets to the 30. Fifth tackle, not in place for an attacking kick, but you never know what they could do with some good defence here.
Who knows? He might go the length of the field here, Crimpy. He might be in a mood. Nah, that's very well done, Raiders. Just back your defense. Don't concede any more points.
3 minutes left to go. Probably the last set that the Sharks will have, depending on how quickly they can get up there or how slow the Raiders can force them to play it. Werman working his way just shy of the 40. Third tackle. 77 minutes. Back down the blind side. Delaney, good ball to Cowan. Cowan done his job. It's always hard to come off the bench and play in the centres, but he has been very supportive of his team in their efforts to win tonight. The Sharks, They don't get to the 40. The Raiders, that was a fairly decent defensive effort, and they'll have about 2 minutes to get down the other end of the field and try to get some more points on.
Demand. Oh, what a tackle, 9 for Ron Thompson.
No, so unfortunately they won't get down the other end of the field to get some points on, and the Sharks, they might have a chance to get one more before the end of the game.
Sharks, look at it. Oh, look who it is!
Big old Beatsy.
Get up. Run.
Well,
Oh, hang on a second here. Watch out. We might see another one. No, I'm joking.
there we go. Berkeley, a bit flat-footed, gets over the 40 at least. The Raiders, I don't want to jinx it or anything. There goes Beats again. I'm going to say it though. The Raiders, they're probably going to finish the half with a kick at the end of this, and that's going to decide, well, depending on who they kick it to, it's going to decide how this game ends up. Rutherford, 40. Flynn to Lomu. Lomu gets to the 30. They don't get in place for an attacking kick, and the Sharks, pending some Raiders defense, will probably finish it in 1, 2, or 3 tackles. There's Usher. He tries to get around it, and he can't. And the Raiders, they finish it off there. 30 points to 6. A well-resounding victory here for the Cronulla Sharks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The Sharks getting it done away from home, and it was a statement victory too against the Canberra Raiders, the sufferers here this evening at Geo's. We're going to look at the stats here from both sides. Anthony.
Well, the stats we see right there, that really tells the story of the game tonight. At halftime, the possession
remained the same.
Stayed the same, yeah. 60% Sharks, 40% Raiders, and the completions as well. There was, 25 out of 30 for the Sharks. The Raiders, their mistakes, they basically gave the Sharks 2 or 3 tries, really close to their line. So, tackles, way more tackles there with the Raiders. Not a lot there from the Sharks. Missed tackles about the same again, massively against the Raiders there. Line breaks, the Raiders, they tried to stay neck and neck there with the Sharks, but the Sharks, they just came here with a plan tonight and they executed. So if we come across to some individual stats, I'll let Eddie run through these ones. Because...
Yeah, no, definitely here. The Canberra Raiders, Riley Flynn pretty much doubling close to what he had at halftime, getting an extra 100 and a bit. But what really was the downfall this evening was the errors in the half. Samuel Herbin had about 3 or 4 opportunities in that first half with 5th tackle options deep inside of the Sharks' half. That's where those 3 errors came from. And you can't really blame the forwards or the outside backs. The halves here really didn't direct their team around the park well. You've got Berkeley and then also Herbin, and they're doing the hard stuff, which needs to be done correctly. That's really what was their downfall there this evening. The halves of the Raiders didn't execute prime time field position when it had to be conducted.
We also need to talk about how much tackling Flynn was forced to do, and
yeah, that's ridiculous.
That really stopped him from being able to do any attack. 25 tackles when you're making more tackles than your lock. That is just an insane stat there when you're making more tackles than your lock and your hooker. Flynn he did his best tonight, but he just couldn't stop that rampaging Sharks attack there.
Definitely. So we go look at the Sharks, and just before we go on, the difference between the teams tonight was you saw time possession was still 60-40. I spoke about how the Sharks were playing an 80-minute performance, and the fact that they still had that much ball and it stayed the same from the first half to the second proves that they played both halves with equal amount of passion and energy. So bravo to them.
And well done, NBT. 343 run meters. So we didn't quite get him there to the 400 there, Eddie, but he had a phenomenal game tonight, that fullback.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's close to it. And 13 tackles as well. It proves when you make less tackles, you've got more time and more energy to have a few extra runs and have a few extra cracks at the opposition defense. Luke Malkus played brilliantly well. I feel like he really did shut down Riley Flynn, because the number 11 is always tackling the fullback. He only missed 1 tackle on him, 15 tackles to his name as well, and also 2 tries. Masterstroke from Sonny Tyre putting his, what you'd say main lock there into second row. And also Sonny himself, 158 running meters, 22 tackles, 2 missed, 3 line breaks, 1 try assist, but also 1 error from him. So honestly, a very sound game at lock there from the captain.
And unfortunately, that's going to be all from us tonight. I've been your host, Anthony McDonald. I've had Eddie Oliver in the box with me. It has been an absolutely fantastic game, and it's been incredibly interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see what this game does in terms of the top 8 and that final push to the finals.